Seconds out.
Well, this promises to be a very interesting 10-rounder for the Southern Area light and middleweight title. And the challenger, the taller of the two, the man in the white trunks with the black trim and the white boots, SpencerFearon from Forest Hill, spends a fair bit of time, or has done in recent years, as a stand-up comic, but he assures everybody that he's taking this very, very seriously indeed. And he comes into this ring against the defending champion DavidWalker in the silver trunks and the beard. He intends to take this very seriously indeed, as we said. Well, DavidWalker really impressed, I think Duke McKenzie will agree, last time out when he took this title a couple of months ago from John Humphrey in spectacular fashion.
Absolutely.
And he'll want to hold on to it, Duke, I'm sure.
Absolutely, just jumps on John Humphrey, never gave him a chance. Different kettle of fish, different kind of fighter tonight, I think, is SpencerFearon. I think Spencer's got a little bit more to offer than just bravado and talk tonight. He's in really, really good shape. I know he's been sparring hard. I spoke to one of his advisors on the way up here, and he assures me Spencer's come to win.
Well, Spencer has only had one contest in the best part of 3 years. He took more than 2 years out, and he came back in February of this year and a points win over that great warhorse Lee Wicks. And like John Humphrey, DavidWalker's last opponent, he's enjoying a fair old advantage, Duke, in terms of height and reach. But then we still probably feel that DavidWalker may well be a welterweight.
Well, you know, when you look at Spencer, like you say, he actually looks like he's a middleweight in against the light middleweight in terms of size, and he's making it very awkward for Walker. Spencer's got a nice defence. Walker's got to get busy, start moving his head and try to get behind that long jab, because he's getting speared at the moment from that jab. Spencer really fancies this at the minute.
Well, he's got a nice little grin in his face, and he took a few early shots from DavidWalker, and grinned as if to say, as they always do down the years, or have done down the years, is that the best you've got? A minute to go, the schedule for 10 3-minute rounds. Lee Cook refereeing. Walker's a former Southern Area welterweight champion, and would really, if he gets through this, would love a crack at Jamie Moore, the British and Commonwealth champion. Good work by Walker. That's what he did with the taller Humphrey. He got inside him, Duke, and he bullied him.
And that's where he needs to be. Spencer's got long arms, and he knows how to, you know, look at him just tie up Walker there. You know, Spencer knows the ring, and he knows exactly what he has to do to secure victory. But Walker, to his credit, is just trying to be a little bit more busy now, just trying to get underneath that jab. That's what he needs to do.
But Walker's career seemed to have hit a bit of a trough when he lost to that great warhorse Jimmy Vincent away last December. Jimmy Vincent, the victim of what everybody thought was a pretty iffy decision recently in a challenge for the British title. Oh, what a shot! Oh, great left hand by Fearon, right on the bell. Fearon thinks he's won it. Walker will have to take the count. Oh, he's taken the 8 count, and, well, he has been saved by the bell. Walker making all the running in that opening round, and had that happened 10 seconds earlier, Walker may well have been gone. Let the right hand slip, and Fearon caught him with a fearsome punch. Right at the end of the round, Fearon tried the uppercut. Walker's right hand was nowhere. Fearon shortened the punch, and that was the classic left hook, Duke.
Well, I tell you what, the minute's break won't be long enough for him. He fell heavily. I mean, it was an absolute peach of a shot. SpencerFearon just winded it up, waited for it, timed it, and dropped the bomb.
Come on, come on, come on. This kid was hurting that round. Come on. Come on, Dave. Come on, dig in and concentrate. Come on, come on.
He hasn't recovered yet. He hasn't recovered yet.
Well, he's bouncing and he's up on his toes. Now, how much has that taken out of him? Not just physically, but equally importantly, psychologically. He got really worked over by the nuggety Jimmy Vincent. And SpencerFearon, who he says is in the best shape of his life, has caught him again, not with the same force. That's a slip.
Even that slip, though, would have taken its toll on DavidWalker.
Well, he still looks a little bit glazed. There's that faraway look in his eyes, and he's got to try to recover.
He needs to get on his bite just to try and clear his head. You know, being in there as close as he is to Spencer is playing into his hands.
Well, Walker produced the performance, albeit brief, one of his life when he beat John Humphrey a couple of months ago to win this title. And he has aspirations for a a crack at the British and Commonwealth title and maybe a little bit further afield, but he won't want to take any more shots like that. And Fearon really looks up for this. There's another good left from Fearon.
Spencer just got to be careful and just bide his time a little bit, because you know what? He could end up punching himself out and allow Walker straight back into the fight. He's putting everything into every punch. He needs to get back on his jab and try and set it up like he did in the first round. No showboating, just sensible boxing.
Well, Fearon really now fancies this job, and you couldn't blame him. Nearly got himself caught by a little left from Walker. Walker's timing understandably slightly off at this stage. That's better. Midway through the second.
Spencer just waiting a little bit now and just allowing Walker back into the fight. This fight's really starting to take off now. Good
work
hand
by Walker, in and out again. Fearon nods the head as if to say, yes, you did get me. This is a good turn round by Walker. He needs to keep that right hand of his up after he throws it, because that's what got him caught in the last round.
Walker's just found a home for his own right hand now. You see it come into play again, but Spencer's coming back with his own left hooks.
Fearon's jab just a little bit off target. Didn't land with the accuracy that we saw in the opening round.
Spencer's just waiting a little bit too long now. This is where he should be using his jab, not looking for that one knockout punch, but trying to set Walker up. He started off the first round brilliantly, but he's not capitalised on it in this round.
Just out of the corner of my eye, I saw Mick Hennessy on his feet shouting instructions at Walker, who was all but gone at the end of the fourth, or the first I should say. Here he is right at the end of the second. Good defence by Fearon, says you didn't get me, and again launches that rapier-like jab out. Well, you've got to give Walker a lot of credit. He's got him again! Would you believe it? The bell was just about to be sounded, and this is extraordinary. I'm sure exactly the same moment of the second round as the first, and Walker is wobbled again, and he's got to have to do it all again.
Talk to me, you okay? Put your knees out, put your legs out, put your legs out. You keep standing up, don't you? Look at me, you okay? Tell me the truth, because I'm your mate.
Well, Mick Williamson tugs his ears, Rob McCracken says, look at me.
Come on, deep
What
breath,
another
deep breath.
solid shot he got caught with.
Keep your hands up, you keep going, mate. You have to jab it.
Well, would you have bet any money that this could have happened at exactly the same time at this, right at the end of the round, and Walker again was gone, and 10 seconds earlier, and it would have been all over. How's he going to survive this, Jim?
I don't know how he survives. He's walked onto the same shot like we stated already in exactly about the same minute of the last round. He's still not right. He's not right this round. I said it in the round previous, but he's had two very heavy knockdowns now.
Well, the crowd here in Norwich certainly can't believe this. Walker survived and came through and was doing particularly well, we all felt, and then he got caught right again. And people from the Hennessy camp and the class of 2002 saying to Walker, keep the hands up. Fearon nearly got him round the corner with another, and a right from Fearon.
He's looking for the knockout now. He's just going to drop everything, I feel. DavidWalker, I still don't feel is quite recovered. You know, this is a little bit desperation stuff now. You know, Walker needs to get his hands up. He needs to try and clear his head, try and walk around the ring, get his faculties back.
Fearon had a glance at referee Lee Cook. I'm not sure there was a command to break. Fearon perhaps thought there was, and Walker tagged him. Better once again by Walker. There's a great uppercut by Fearon. He's producing some very good single shots, and Walker is in big trouble.
Walker's legs look very unsteady, very shaky. There's nothing coming back.
Good right hand by Walker as we speak. Adam Booth and, well, real cruiserweight prospect David Hay in the corner. As Fearon have to cover up. Can Walker do what he did to Humphrey? Good short right hand into the chin of Fearon. Fearon's taking it all. A little shrug of the shoulders. Good accurate stuff by Walker. Just about a minute to go. Walker gets him with a left. Well, this is an extraordinary contest.
This one's really caught alive now, but you just fear that any time that SpencerFearon throws that left hook or the right hand, he's going to land flush and the fight will be over.
Walker can't afford to get careless, as he did at the end of rounds 1 and 2. Fearon puffing a little bit, I've got to say. Better by Walker, who's been much more active over the past couple of years. Fearon doing a little bit of the stand-up comic bit. He's trying to lure Walker into that left hand. Bit of grazing underneath Walker's left eye. 30 seconds to go. Can Walker get through a round without getting caught? Fearon starting to wobble.
I think tiredness is just setting a little bit. Spencer's put so much into these first 2 rounds. His mouth just dropped wide open. He's taking him big of air.
Good right! Wonderful shot by Walker. That may settle it. Fearon looks over at Adam Booth. He's so groggy. What a shot by DavidWalker. He's just about made it. There's seconds to go. I do not believe this. Walker saved by the bell in rounds 1 and 2. And now SpencerFearon saved by the bell. This has to be one of the most extraordinary contests ever witnessed in a British ring, Duke.
You wouldn't get more excitement than this in a world title fight. Both guys have been bounced off the canvas like they're a basketball. It's incredible. How SpencerFearon can let this one slip away is beyond me. It really is. All credit to DavidWalker. He's come up with an almighty right hand straight over the top, and he's right back in the fight.
Well, just as we were wondering, would Walker manage to stave off the left hand of Fearon, and he launched a right of his own, and Fearon bounced off his corner like a rag doll. What?
Shot the ball. Don't feel. Oh dear.
Corners 10 seconds.
Stand up.
Well, no wonder they're stunned into silence in Fearon's corner. And I think SpencerFearon has gone. Lee Cook's going to bring them together. I think one good shot either way could win it, but your money's got to be on Walker. Fearon saying, "You're not hurting me." Walker knows he is. Walker's on top of him. He's going to do a Humphrey to him. Lee Cook's having a good look.
Credit to SpencerFearon for that minute there. He's taken an onslaught and he never took a clean shot in return. He never took a clean shot in return. Walker threw plenty of shots, but he never actually nailed him with anything clean. It's the first guy to land.
Kraken banging the canvas and saying to Walker, "Go forward and do it again." Fearon's covering up. Here comes Walker. Kid Dynamite starts to explode. Fearon looking tired.
They're both on shaky legs, and you just feel the first one to land will go over.
Walker gets him. Walker gets him. Lee Cook's having a good look. Walker's swarming all over him. The shots are glancing off. He needs a clean one. Fearon is exhausted. That's a good one. He stopped it. Down twice within seconds of the end of round 1 and 2. And Walker came back and looks over and says to SpencerFearon, "Well, you had your chance and you didn't take it, and I had my chance and I've taken it." But for drama and excitement and to and fro, well, you could not beat this contest. Absolutely amazing. DavidWalker down and almost out at the end of the first and again the second round. Had Fearon down at the end of the third, and Walker swarmed all over him, just as he did with John Humphrey. And SpencerFearon, all of a sudden there was nothing there whatsoever, and Walker had time to pick his target, and Lee Cook did the right thing and stepped in. Great stuff from DavidWalker. Fearon nowhere to go whatsoever. You can see some of DavidWalker's stablemates at ringside simply ecstatic with this performance, when on 2 occasions it looked as if Walker was absolutely completely gone. What a finish by DavidWalker, but my goodness, he gave the McCracken brothers a real fright.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 4 seconds of the 4th round, with SpencerFearon unable to defend himself, the referee stops the contest. The winner, and still light middleweight champion of the southern area, Kid Dynamite Walker.